Hello everyone, today we are going to take an initial look and unpack and set up the new Engwe N1 Pro bike. This is the carbon fiber version, so it's a novelty for Engwe. Also, we should be careful when we are unpacking it because we don't want to scratch the nice paint job. So first of all, let's remove some of the zip ties. I recommend you to use a scissors, not a cutter, because there's less chance of damaging the paint. Also in the box you are going to find several other boxes. You have the seat with the seat post, you have the kickstand, and you have the charger and some tools that will help you install the bike. Also there should be a manual somewhere in there to help you with the process. The bike also comes with mud guards. Rear one is pre-installed, front one is not installed. We are going to install it. And we have the front wheel here. Front wheel uses a skewer type fixing system, so should be easy to put, or maybe it has a shaft inside the box. We are going to see that. Further on, let's move here. So that's off. This is off. It's good that they have used paper tape, so these are easy to take out and you don't need to use any kind of cutting tool, so you don't risk damaging the paint. And we can remove them much more easily this way. Alright. We have here a bit more. And here we have the handlebar, but we are also going to prepare to install it. To install the handlebar, first we need to remove this and this protection. You get a lot of tools included with the bike, so I'm going to use all of them as I need to. And for start, I'm going to remove this rubber plug here, and then I'm going to undo this. Don't throw this away because you are going to need it. So this cap is now off. You can remove this, and here you have some spacers. Leave them in their position. And now I'm going to release the handlebar carefully. Right. And I'm going to remove this. Also this. And as you can see, it comes kind of disassembled, but we are going to fix that. Alright, let's check it so it's not twisted wrong. Now it's okay. You can judge that by the position of the cables and how they enter into this bracket here. Actually, that's not a bracket. I don't know how you call it. And we have here a new system. As you see, it has two screws here. So we need to loosen them up, otherwise this will not going to go in. My bad. So the idea is that you don't have those ugly screws on the side that you need to tighten up, so this will not rotate around. You actually have them hidden underneath. It's going to be a bit more complicated to tighten them up when you install it, but overall it's going to look nicer and cleaner. Right, and here is a very important step. This bike uses a headset that is adjusted by the tension of the top screw here. So this one, when you tighten it up, is going to pull the fork up and is going to compress the bearings, so you don't have playing the bearings. Also this will keep the handlebar not rotating without actually rotating the fork. And it's very important to tighten this up, otherwise you are going to have play in the headset here. So we don't need this right now. This is just going to slide in like this. And now you are going to put the cap and the screw, and you are going to adjust the headset so it doesn't have any play, but don't overdo it. And after you settle that, for instance, it doesn't have any play, it's okay. Then after that you are going to center the handlebar, and I'm going to tighten the screws underneath, and this is going to take a while, so I'm going to edit it out because it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of patience with short moves until this is locked into position. And now things get even more interesting. You have this in the box, and this should help you install the front wheel. And it looks odd because here it has a bushing that slides, kind of, and this doesn't have any kind of nut on this part here. And if you look at the front wheel, this just goes through like that, but there's nothing to hold it on the other side, and you are going to think that I'm missing something. Well, you are not missing something. You actually have everything included here, but it's not that shaft. That shaft that you see there, let me take this off so you can see better. So here on this part of the fork, you have this protection. This protection is here so that the fork is not crushed or bent during transport. So we need to take this out. Again, we are going to use some of the included tools. I'm using only the included tools to see if they put everything that you need. And I have here a nut, I have a washer, and I have here another. But unlike the other Engwe, this fork, it's not open at the bottom, so if I lift this up, the shaft is going to stay there because there are holes but not openings. So you might say, how I take this out? Well, it's kind of a puzzle. You need to take somehow this a bit to the middle like that, but it's not going to get out. And now you are going to take this out this way, just like that. And I advise you, when you pull this, take a bit of care. As you see, it's grabbing onto something. It's grabbing onto the thread here, because this is going to go like this, and it threads there. In case you are wondering what's the meowing about, this is the meowing device that you hear. She's angry because she wants to go into the box, outside the box, to grab my screws, and she already took some of my screws and ran away with them. So she's a bit naughty today. But before we put the front wheel on, we are going to install the kickstand, because when you are going to put the front wheel on, the bike will no longer sit in this position, so we need to put the kickstand down. So I'm going to install it. I'm going to take this protection out. And it's very important to read this, so do not sit on the bike or load over 25 kilograms while the kickstand is down, because you have here carbon fiber, although it's very resistant and light, it doesn't have the bending capabilities of steel, and this is also very thin. So if you put the kickstand here and you load the bike, all that force could actually crack the carbon fiber. So be careful with that. So here's the kickstand. Kickstand looks like normal kickstand, but it's a bit lighter than the regular ones, and it has also an adjustable clamp here, so you can adjust the height of this, so it gives the stability of your bike. You put this, you hold it that way, and this slides up and down, right? And this should be fitted like here. And in the box you are going to get two screws like this, and I had a lot of trouble finding the other one because it was taken by the cat. She ran away with it, but I managed to find it, and she managed to actually take the washer out. She's very skilled in that type of actions. So this will be put here, and the other will go like this. And now I'm going to tighten them up, and I'm not going to over tighten them again. This is important. It's carbon fiber with threads fitted onto them. You don't want to force things up. Okay, and okay. Also, when you are doing this, you should ride the bike for a few kilometers and then check again all the screws to see if something is loose or not. That's the proper way to do it. Also remember to take out the protection here from the brake caliper. You have this fitted between the brake pads. And now we can lift the bike from the handlebar with just one hand. Now we have to do a bit more tinkering here, so you get the brake lever disconnected. This was disconnected from the handlebar in transport, so it's protected. This is full hydraulic brakes, so it has hydraulic lines, and you cannot bend them too much because you are going to crush them. So because this was twisted very much, it was disconnected, so it was free there. Also, this plug here connects to this plug here, and then we are going to cover it with this wrap. This is to turn on or off the bike. This was also disconnected, so the bike is not started accidentally in transport. To install the brake lever is very easy. You have two screws to take out. They are not even tightened up right now, so it goes out right away. Here's the position of the brake, and you are going to put this on the other side and adjust the position on the handlebar, and then put the screws back. And when you are okay with that, tighten them up with the position that you like, and we are done with that. And then don't forget, connect this. Let's connect it now just for a test to see what happens. Does it turn on? Yes, it turns on right away. And we only just have a few more steps, so we need to secure the rear mudguard. That's very easy. You have the pre-installed screws here. Take this out. It has also a washer there. Takes a bit to take it out, then pass it through this and put it back, and use the provided hex key. And don't forget, same on the other side. Okay. And let's say we are also done with the rear mudguard. Now the front wheel, we have a pre-installed screw here and the pre-installed screws on the fork. We need to take this out of the protective packaging. And rotate this to the correct position. So this is going to slide like this, secure it there, and then put the holding brackets in their position. Also, don't forget to adjust this when you tighten it up so it sits in correct position. It's a bit up, not down so it doesn't touch the wheel. And don't forget to check it not to rattle, because these are metal type mudguards, noisy mudguards, but sturdy mudguards. And the lower bracket, you need to take the screws out. And then put this back, and the same story for the other side. And again, when you are tightening them up, don't overdo it, don't break it. It doesn't need a lot of torque. They lock, and they lock right away, and they are secured. And also check them a bit later to see if something it's not fully tightened. We still have the seat post and the pedals. Now I'm going to take this also out of the frame. Right, and there we go. A seat which is packed very well, actually. Okay, goes in. If it doesn't go in, you need to loosen this up. It has a screw here for the clamp, and then it slides in. Tighten it up, of course, when you find the correct position. And we are also done with the seat. And now we have to install the pedals. That's very easy, but yet complicated. It's a joke, because you should actually take care with them. You have here a big yellow sign with an L on them. You know that pedals have normal thread and reverse thread. And people keep insisting putting them in the other position and destroying the thread. You can see here on the pedals, when you take them out of the bag, you have an R and an L. L goes to L here, so Engwe took extra steps, and it shows you the direction that you need to spin it, so it gets installed properly without damaging anything. So it should go very easy. It goes in so easy that it doesn't even rotate the shaft right now. So the pedal has went in just by rotating from the pedal. Only now the pedal spins. And then took one of the provided tools that fits the pedal. I think it's this one. Yep, and tighten the pedal up, and that's okay. And repeat on the other side of the bike. So that was it for now. The bike is now fully set up. We need to check the screws, put it on full charge, install the app, and see what else we can do, and prepare it actually for the full review. Also keep in mind that you cannot move the bike around when it's powered off, because the lock is engaged here. So if you want to move it around, you need to turn it on, and now it has unlocked, so you can move it around, otherwise you will not be able to. And optionally, if you want to install the rear rack, that's very easy to do. It has a hole here, it has the two legs there, so you need to take off the screw that holds the mudguard there, take that out and put it back again to hold this. And on the lower part you also have screws pre-installed, take that out, put it through this, and that's how you install the rear rack. Until my next video, see you and bye bye.